Have you concluded what psychological type you are yourself?
Naturally, I have.
I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. Oh, I'm not going to get into singing crap pop songs now, am I? It can be very embarrassing when you develop that habit.
What's that? Well, because you accidentally sing something you really don't want to be associated with.
Yes. I suddenly break into song somewhere, you know, and I've not got a great singing voice as it is, but when it's something hideously embarrassing.
Yes, I'm in the mood for dancing is slightly embarrassing.
Yeah. The reason is obvious now why Mum brought us up here all the time. And here we are, up at Stirling Castle, having visited the Pithy Mary and went up the back walk. I was just commenting to Neil that all the trees are growing back at the monument. I'm referring, you can see Stirling University peeking through as well. White buildings. Look this way. You any idea what the yellow flag is, Neil?
It is barking.
I've run through the green, I'm sorry folks. But
Eh?
I was wondering whether there was a little gap in between the green and the blue. Maybe just the other side of the green.
Yes, guys.
Between cue ball and object ball, there's only a little another swerve. The left of the cue ball when it reaches the yellow. There's a lot of distance between cue ball and object ball.
Oh, what a beautiful pair you make, eh?
Not guaranteed at all, and Graham Dot, you've got a chance now to pinch the second frame of the afternoon session.
I thought the first frame was a big pinch, and this is just as big.
Tara.
Both were in good positions when it was 40 odd points behind this frame.
Yeah, there you go, Tara, your tail's wagging. The oldest person sitting at this table. I'm not quite 60 yet. You can't see me, but you can hear my voice. At the top of the table we've got Rachel and Laura, and not Rachel and Laura, Sarah and Rachel, Dan, Laura, Robert, Neil, and if I flip it around, you can see my very aged, grumpy old man's face. Right, it's just been ritual humiliation here where everybody's sung happy birthday to me. Beautiful cake. But I'm making you all on film now, so you're all going to be on Facebook later, whether you like it or not.
We can do it again if you want.
Yeah, it's alright. Once is enough, Robert. Thank you. I'm now going to attempt and blow this out.
I'll be good at it finally.
It's killing time. It's a pretty dread day, but not as wet as it was when we left Glasgow, eh, Pixie? Well, this is truly hallowed ground here. This piece of land, which is quite, the grass is overgrown now and the weeds have taken over a bit, but this used to be where me and Andy Kenny's team would play every day after school for a cup that Andy had probably made with a cardboard. So strange walking here. I've only been back to Bridge of Allen, I guess, a handful of times since the young 18-year-old went off to drama school. How are you? Good, thanks. We're not long arrived, we just arrived. I'll shut that off. It's the first time I've seen Neil for standing at the bridge in Bridge of Allen. Neil's eating these lovely looking toast, it has to be said. We were remembering when once it flooded here, the water was right over all of that and nearly up to the bridge. And looking down the old street, so much has changed as we were in Morallen Drive. These houses were built, we were just discussing, 50 odd years ago. There's quite a few of them have been tarted up from how they originally were. I always remember the next door neighbours, a young couple whose name I can't remember, next to us, the Gidneys, yeah. The night I actually witnessed them throwing, well, Ian Gidney throwing the chip pan out the back door because it was on fire, and the flames were shooting up about 20 feet in the air, and he got quite badly burned, and Mum had to go in and sort him out. Now, there's no garage anymore, but this is where Neil and I lived as kids, number 26 Inverallen Drive. At that time there was never a Porsche in the driveway, it has to be said.
Or a window.
Oh, yes, indeed, there's a little skylight window. But really, on the whole, the garden doesn't appear to have changed too much. Primary school in Bridge of Allen, which looks tiny, and I don't, but it has not changed at all. They're doing some work over where the hall used to be. Neil sensibly brought his outdoor clothes, whereas I'm soaking. Pixie now is a little drowned rat, aren't you, Pixie? You're not happy. Hello, Michael. I am fine, Michael. I'm out in the park with Tashi. Tashi? Just playing with the camera. So what are you doing today? Eh? Not much, just in the house.
You can play no part but Pyrrhus. For he is a sweet-faced and a proper man, a most lovely gentleman. Oh, God.
Tool shed in a slate mine in southern Snowdonia, two entrepreneurs have built a business from an unusual recycling concept.
You can.
You cracked it on. Forward. I don't get much.
Oh, you both look grand.
Oh, beautiful.
And what have the boys found to eat, Pixie, eh?
Barkley.
Play.
Good boy, Barkley. Sit. Sit.
And stay.
Love's not time's fool. Through rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
You fly, still fly. Somewhere in my heart, you smile, still smile. Still smile. Still smile.
Tashi! Pixie first came into my life, she used to trot in front of me, and I wrongly assumed this was because she was reasonably fit and enjoyed walking. I now realize she was just keeping the strange new human in her life at a safe distance. As the months passed, she began to trust me a little, and her pace slowed to a lazy snail plod. And now it has become customary for her to drag up the rear and keep me waiting. Now little Pixie has a prodigious tail for her size, but it wags much less frequently than Tashi's, and she expresses her emotions with little warbling, whiny songs that I cannot find adequate words to describe, but you really would think that she was trying to talk. She turned 7 at the beginning of this year, and up to the age of 6 she belonged to someone else, and had 4 litters of puppies, the maximum allowed. The breeder then put her up for rescue, having no further economic use for her, and perhaps to avoid the vet bills her autumn and winter years might bring. I tried to turn Pixie into a mountaineer, and we've been up a few wee hills over the past year, but I can tell her heart isn't really in it, and it's becoming obvious to me that beaches are probably her thing, not mountains. I gave her the Tibetan name Yeshi, which means wisdom, but Pixie suits her more, and I mostly call her that. And if the truth be known, in terms of intelligence and practical skills, she is really the class dullard. Pixie has been a wonderful travelling companion on this trip so far. She charmed the guests in the Uig Hotel last night with her doggy antics, and she didn't bark at anyone. This morning we enjoyed a lovely misty walk in the enchanting Fairy Glen, before catching the afternoon ferry over to Tarbet on the island of Harris. The ferry was busy with other canines and their human companions, but Pixie took it all in her stride, and without a single bark or acrimonious warning growl. That would not have been the case with Tashi Boy. My old ears would have been ringing with his relentless barking. Tashi was not a people person, whereas the officious wisdom Pixie is a regular little socialite. With Tashi, I could remain splendidly aloof on a walk, but with Pixie, I am regularly introduced to strangers in the park, and I have been forced to rediscover the art of making small talk. It's now well after 10 at night, but there is more than enough light for our walk back to Puffin Tiny House, our delightful holiday home for the next week. I have two little boxes with me. One contains a little of Tashi's dust, and the other holds some of my mum's. I want to give Mum and Tashi to the winds on the summit of Cape Oval, but I may have a problem getting Pixie up there, and I know my old legs will not carry me to the summit of many more hills. Time is running out for this old mountain boy. Our first morning in Harris is glorious, and we climb up towards the little headland behind the Puffin house. Pixie doesn't find the rough hill terrain to her liking, and she discovers an isolated rock island to perch on amid the heather, and then refuses to move from it. The summit of the headland isn't much further from here, but my little lady stubbornly refuses to budge from her stony plinth, and I sit down beside her in the warm spring sunshine and just enjoy the view. Even though we are only 100 or so feet above the crofting village of Northton, the view is enormous and dramatic, revealing a landscape of sand, green macaire dotted with spring flowers, and huge barrier dunes protecting the narrow strip of land that connects Northton to Cape Oval. The turquoise seas stretch out towards the horizon haze on either side of us. This is just such a perfect day.
Isn't it? I mean, it's different every time, David. I can't seem to stick to one recipe. It's got ginger and pepper in it, as well as cardamom and...
Make function as you would expect.
But it's great.
Mind is the Buddha, while the cessation of conceptual thought is the way. Once you stop arousing concepts and thinking in terms of existence and non-existence, long and short, other and self, active and passive, you will find your mind is intrinsically the Buddha, that the Buddha is intrinsically mind. It is written that the true Dharmakaya resembles a void. Seek for naught besides this, else your search must end in sorrow.
You've forgotten the keys to the kingdom. Have you been born yet, and are you alive?
Who are you? Who are you? You're too human to be human.
Lighted sections of different colors. And they say, I didn't see anything. And you say, well, that's not part of the movie. And then you realize this is all a movie to which we obligingly add space and time.
Us direct, dealing with personality types, you know, just the...
Well, you mean a psychiatric clinical entity?
But to me, it seemed more psychoanalytical than psychedelic. More, I mean, I was in my early 20s when I encountered LSD. Maybe I had more stuff, as they say, to deal with. But it was not a reliable visionary drug for me. I wasn't satisfied with LSD. I wanted those things that Havelock Ellis describes, where he talks about, you know, jeweled ruins and phosphorescent maidens in diaphanous gowns howling demon songs beneath a violet moon.
I'm in to start an argument.
Go to bed, please.
Ugh? There's nothing less attractive than a psychiatrist who
Teaching, more properly, the spirits that animated it. Spirits, what are they? What do they consist of? They're plural. The Elohim in Hebrew. I mean, transcendental mystery is...
Our technologies, our religions, our science has pushed us toward this for thousands of years without us awakening to what the denouement would be. Now we stand close enough to it that I think all but the most lumpen among us must feel the tug of the transcendental and the transformative.
He screwed the pipes and gat them skirl, till roof and rafters all did dirl. Coffins stood around like open presses that shod the dead in their last dresses.
Hands as tight as mine, and it's all acted out in like this sort of village hall pantomime. 6 albums, honestly, I've got it on YouTube. Well, we don't need it on YouTube. We've got everything practically that's been recorded.
If you die first and his wife after death, will you give me a sign?
I'll try.
Dancing with a crescent blade and a skull full of blood. I wouldn't bother on it.